Hey folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you've all been doing well. If this is your first time seeing me on your screen, hello, my name is Thandi and welcome to my channel. Please make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a single video from me. Today's video is actually quite a madness, let me just tell you, because I was sitting and thinking to myself, why did we used to do some of the things we used to do when we were younger? Like, is there a specific reason, like, why did we act like that? It does not make any sense. Now that I think of it, I actually make excuses when people ask me to come out and meet them and do something fun. I've discovered that I'm an ambivert. Like, I have a social battery that runs out. Yes, I love being around people, just like in the extrovert, but sometimes my social battery just runs out and I just want to be alone or in a place that's quiet and more chilled. So, why do we have pressure, guys? You see, peer pressure is a very bad thing in this life. Sometimes it's good when they're pressuring you to do something good that's helping you to build you, but sometimes it's just self-destructive, guys. Like, peer pressure is just not it. So I'm going to tell you my time where I decided that it was such a good idea to jailbreak out of my mother's house to go to a stupid party that wasn't even that much fun. Like, no offense, thank you for inviting me out, but you shouldn't have. That is so rude. Oh, okay. So this is, I want to say 2011. Yeah, 2011. It had to be 2011 because 2011 was a madness of a year. Like, it was 2015 junior type of thing. Like, everybody was just so wild. You know, I was in fifth form at that time, and you know, sixth form is where you're about to be serious, but fifth form is just like in the middle. You just passed your O's, you're doing AS. It's not like that deep, you know what I mean? Like, there's not that much pressure as opposed to O's and A's, you know? So we're just vibing. My neighbor, we're gonna call her, they're two girls. Pink is the older one, purple is the younger one, right? So Pink and I were very, very close, right? Back then. But then she moved, she went to graft somewhere else outside the country, and I went to Russia. And then Purple was the one who was now in Zim, and I hung out with Purple more. But I would like to think that I was actually close to both girls, like, yeah, like in their own respect. Because, you know, like, relationships are very different. You can be friends with twins, best friends, but it's never on the same wavelength, if you know what I mean. So, right, Pink is the older one. Pink plays a very crucial role. Actually, both of them play a very crucial role in this story. And then there was another gent. Let's call the gent Ghost. Ghost Manje hits me up. Thandi, we're having a house party. My neighbor is having a house party tonight. I'd love it if you guys could come and we just have a good time. Now, guys, let me just be very honest with you. If you live in someone's household, you can't be doing these things of, I'd like to go out in the next 2 hours for the night. Give them time to think about it, you know? For me, I used to ask my parents, let's say I want to go out on a Friday or Saturday, I would ask them on a Monday or Tuesday, just before, because give them time to marinate and think about it, you know? They need to see also that you've been helping around the house, doing chores, being a good child. But then if you're also being a bad kid, guys, that would definitely be a no. And also, if you're allowed to go out, right? And then you break the curfew, like let's say they say be home by 2 a.m. and you decide to come back at 5. Obviously, you're gonna be grounded, guys. Like, you're not gonna be allowed to go anywhere. Sharp. So me, I was being a good kid, like, yeah. But the problem is that we hadn't given in time. So I was like, to my good sis Pink, we've been invited by Ghost to come. I would really love it if you came, because, you know, I don't like going to parties on my own. Like, it just feels weird and awkward just walking in, even if I know the host or hostess. Even worse, because I'm like, okay, you're gonna be entertaining the crowd, you're not obviously not gonna be with me, so I need to be with the +1, you know? So then Ghost was like, bring G. Pink, she's good peeps, I've hung out with her before, of which we had hung out several times before then. So then nighttime comes. Yeah, Ghosts took time to tell me about this party at his neighbors. So now I didn't have time to ask. Also, Pink didn't have time to ask Kwan, her mom. Kwan is mom in slang. So it was just death. But then I was feeling pressure. I don't know. The winds were just rising, guys. I just really needed to go out to this thing. I'm like, now that I think of it, it's like, why? Why did you have to do all that? Like, you're doing too much, sis. So Pink is also like, sis, it's too late. Like, there's no plan here. The only thing we can do for ourselves is to JB. We have to jailbreak, so it's like we have to be very quiet about it, wait for them to sleep, ching ching. But that's the thing, guys. I feel like Reds have got like a very strong sixth sense. They know when something's about to go down. Did the Reds sleep? Even my parents were just taking time. I could hear goo, 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 upstairs, like, what's the... She was also like, nah, sis, my Reds are not sleeping anytime soon. Now, 11, Ghost puts in pressure, calling, guys, where you at? We're about to come to your house. This party is jumping, ching, ching. So many people are here. Rubbish. What people? Let me not spoil the story. Things like, sis, first time you hear when your rents are out cold, tune me, we both jump out and we go. Now, this house where Ghost used to live it's far away from where we used to live. I think it's about a 20-minute drive if you're speeding type of thing. Like, okay, not speeding, but driving above the speed limit and stuff. So, which is speeding. So, therefore, they're like, sis, Ghost is putting pressure. They said, should we start coming? Like, time is running out. We also want to bring you back at a good time before your rents wake up. Pink is also like, sis, the rents are not sleeping. We can't risk it. Wait. Guys, there was just pressure coming from both ends. So then I'm like, you know what, guys? First hint that you get that the rents have slept. Let's jump out. The rents fall asleep. We tell Purple, the little sister now. Purple, if mom wakes up, you have to message us, call us, whatever, so that we come back right there and then. We're going to drop everything, no matter how much fun we're having. We have to come back home, right? Sharp. So Purple didn't sleep that night. Shame. I actually feel bad, but it is what it is. We jailbreak. Nicely, we get out. Nobody woke up. The rents didn't hear us. We go. We have fun. I get there to this party and it was a bit dry. I'm like, is this what you guys were putting pressure on us? Like, hey, come. I see their rents there as well. And you know you can't really like while out if it's rents there. So I'm like, guys, you did all this. You made us jailbreak to come to a search where rents are also there. So obviously we're not gonna be whiling out and drinking ucham because like the rents are there, you know, like you know the vibes. When rents are there, you have to be respectful and whatever. And does it not also start getting cold that night? I don't know where the cold wind came from, but when we left our home, it wasn't cold. So then I'm like, I'm feeling bad vibes here. So Ghost goes away with some other hands and they're doing whatever. And I was just feeling like, something's a little off. I could even see like Pink was just not okay. Like she was anxious about us being out. And then we're like, sis, we're already here. Let's have a good time. Start drinking amarula. 1, 2, 3 drinks in. We start calling Purple now, finding out what's going on. And she's like, guys, mom's up. She's walking around the house. I don't know what happened. I'm like, Purple, just chill. You should not act weird because she's gonna feel and know that something's up. Just act cool. Sharp. Partying, drinking 4, 5, 6. Amarula is now starting to sink in. And these days were lightweights. I was like, what? I'm not going to say my age at that time. But just know we're having a good time, you see. So then, we're drinking the Amarula, we're chilling, we're networking, we're socializing, with other people that were there. It's actually starting to be fun because like now people also starting to come. More people our age were coming. Sharp. Ghost is doing whatever with his hands. And then Purple, like about 30 to 45 minutes after she said the mom's up and she's walking around, she's like, guys, mom's up. She knows that Pink is not home. You guys need to come home now. She's not angry or anything, but she's just antsy. You can see that she's agitated. Pink's like, Thandi, we're gonna get into trouble. Thandi, we're gonna get weaved. I'm like, sis, chill. We're already out anyway. Let's just have a good time. See, peer pressure. And then I was like, Jack. Sis, let's just have one more drink and then we go. Trying to find Ghost. Ghost is doing whatever. This other hands. Ghost, we need to go home. Guys, just chill. Have one more drink. Let's have some fun. Let's eat some yams. I'm like, what yams? The yams hasn't even started being grilled. By the time it's cooked and we eat again. Also, we're being looked for at home, bruh. Like, we need to go. It was now like a whole thing. Trying to get someone to come and drop us back off because it was now like... Yeah. Also, the host was also like, guys, I can't leave the party now. People are starting to come, so I can't take you. Guys, we don't know anybody else there except for Ghosts. Sharp. Now, my mom messages me. Thandi, That's when I knew it was late. I was like, Pink, my mom's also messaged me, which means Purple was probably sussed out by her mom and she had to snitch because in as much as you can try to defend, like you can already see that obviously you know something. She wouldn't have left the house without you knowing. Purple says everything to the Kwanya. They went out with Tandin Ching Ching. Guys, Pink's mom calls my mom. Yo, this was at around what now? I think 1 or 2 a.m. Something dicey like that. 2 or 3 a.m. actually. Because yeah, the girls were having fun at this point. The girls are in the mood. The girls are grooving. So then we're like, Pink, we need to go now because my mom's also messaging me. And if we take too long, I don't want that situation where it's like Tsokire kwa mama, type of thing. Like that's just not what we need right now. And also, we're in the wrong here. If something had happened to us when you're out and they don't know anything, like that will just be a whole messy situation. So let's just do what it does. Let's get back into the car and let's dip. So Pink's like, this, I've never done this before. My mom will probably tune, I can't jam with you anymore. I'm like, calm down, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be mad for 1 week and they'll forget about it. Like, we just have to get home and be good kids. Cook for them tomorrow, breakfast in bed. Just be a good girl. When the alcohol sinks in, guys, you start just talking things that are not realistic. So then these gents take us home, ghost and the neighbor now. Guys, remember we walked out the gate. We put the gate on my car before we left. So it was just a matter of sliding gate and coming back and turning back to auto. Yo, get to the gate. Go, go, go. Nothing, no movement. Try again. Maybe we've been drinking a bit too much and now we forgot. Maybe we're not pushing hard enough. Go, go, go. Nothing, guys. Yo, they put it back to auto. Trying to call. Sorry, mom, we're at the gate. They open. Yo, I actually thought about jumping over the wall because I was like, yeah, I'm lying. We tried to call and it didn't pick up, right? But it was ringing. Everything was the gate is locked. Like, guys, there's nothing else for us to do here but to jump over the wall. And this wall was high, guys. Like, it was high. It wasn't a joke. And there wasn't anywhere that you can step on for you to climb over. Nothing. So then these gents had to put out their hands like this. And then we had to jump on their hands and then jump over the wall. It was just such a mission, guys. Yeah. And then we get back inside the house now. I see my mom sitting there. Pink's mom sitting there. I was honest. I told the whole truth right there and then because there's no point in lying. You're already in the wrong. You've been caught. You can't lie. Because if you keep on lying, you're going to stress the situation even further and you don't need those problems. Told them where we were, the household, who invited you there, the kids. Oh, so basically a gate crashing this party because the parents didn't invite you. It was the kids who invited you and it's not the kids' house. Sorry. That's all I could say in that moment. What was you today? Why are you doing this? Why do you act like that? No answer, guys. I didn't have the right answers to it. Like, it was a great question. I just didn't have the answers to it.
That's a good question. I don't know.
And then what if something had happened to you and we didn't know where you were? And we always tell you, if you want to go somewhere, tell us. Guys, the girl tripping was on top tier that day. Like, I just felt so bad. And now you've taken someone's kid. What's gonna happen if something had happened to you? I know you're the one who influenced this kid to come with you, which is true. I'm the one who asked her to come out. It was my friend also whose house we went to. So it was just a whole other mission. Phone got confiscated. Phone gone. At least I was home safe so they could take the phone. But I got it back like a few days later. But even then, I'm still good friends with both girls. The mom loves me to bits, the dad loves me to bits. But like, I've got so many stories where I was involved and these girls are there because of me. And like, guys, just don't be the bad friend. Just don't be that friend that the rents warn you about, if you know what I mean. Like, just be good. I'm not saying don't be a kid and have fun, but like, there's supposed to be limits to the fun that you have, and also just communicate. Ever since then, I felt no need to like jailbreak. After that, I don't think I ever did it again. I'll just tell my parents in advance, I would like to go to this place, I'll be with this person, maybe it's a birthday party or we're just going out to have fun, I'll be back at this time. If I'm running late, I actually communicate. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm running a bit late, but I'll be home by this time. And that time that I've mentioned, I'm at home and it's groovy and it's fun. So moral of this story, guys, if you're young and wanting to be wild, or if you're, just still living in your parents' house, just be respectful. I know it's annoying, especially if you've gone to uni and you come back where you had freedom, and then now you're back, you have to be, following all these sets of rules. At the end of the day, it's not your house, bro. If you want to do your own thing, move out and go do your own thing. But as long as you're under someone's roof, don't be wilding out. Respect people, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the story time. I don't even know why I did that, to be very honest. It was very much unnecessary. And I know everybody's got their own jailbreaking stories. Don't try to be slick out here. I know your stories, bro. But yeah, it was just not necessary. Now that I'm out, even if I get permission or whatever, midnight comes. And I'm like, nah, I'm ready to go home. I'm bored. I need to go. And I'm just thinking, so people used to jailbreak, almost breaking your legs, jumping off the Juro just for this.